While I'm sitting here waiting for my buddy Bill Harris to arrive, I'm going to set my camera up on a tripod and talk to you a minute. I want to talk about Fish for Fun. We supposedly are a multi-species channel, but we're more than that. We're multi-species, multi-boat, multi-water, multi-technique, all of those things. Today we're going to work on technique. Bill and I love to run jugs for catfishing, as you've seen in some of my videos. But we really prefer reeling them in on a rod and reel. So we came up with a new technique, at least new to us. We call it jugging without jugs. We found some large corks and we're going to play like they're jugs and arrange them so that we can reel them in if we catch a fish on them. We're going to try that and see if it works. We're taking along about 15 jugs to set in case it doesn't work, because we're told that the wind is going to be blowing very strong. But come along, this is going to be something different. Well, Bill and I are about 2 miles from the lake, and we've been discussing this new technique we're going to try out. We've noticed that the trees are being whipped around quite a bit by the wind, so we're a little bit worried about that. But we brought 15 jugs that we can fish in the regular fashion, so this trip won't be a total bust. But hopefully we can find a place to get out of the wind, or the wind will drop during the day and we can try it out. Well, we're right about one thing. There sure is plenty of wind. But we're going to be motoring down about 2 or maybe 2.5 miles, and on the right there's a high bank, and we're hoping that that high bank will obscure a lot of the wind and allow us to eventually get at this technique of jugging without jugs.
I didn't throw that one over. It's just laying there behind you.
Him that jug's up here anyway.
Well, there you go.
I'll put them in a...
I'll let you put them out. I'll bait them.
Well, I want to get them all baited before I start putting them out. This is what I like that trolling motor for. Boat sitting here, one spot.
Steady. That's the only advantage I really see to them. Just not that falling, or you know, that big deal on them, but they are nice. Yeah. They're just dead.
I'll bait them up, and I'm not worried out too much about the depth until I get ready to throw them in the water.
Well, I've been tying these up at about 3 foot.
We got them?
Yeah, I need one more here. Don't run off my boat.
Oh, I'm going to say, well, there ought to be one more pink one.
Yeah, I need that piece of bait you got there.
Right there. Okay. Now we'll set these. See, I don't want to go very fast. Put the thing down about 3 or 4. We'll start with these green ones here. Downwind side. Alright, we'll go with the pink now. These are already set at the depth that we were catching them. Hopefully all of them are.
So now he's taking that sucker plumb under down there, Jerry. Let's go get that sucker off there. Make it run hot. Sure look like it.
Well, our jugs are all set, but there's a lot of wind. We're going to have to watch them close. Now that one looks like it could be a decent fish.
He's sure carrying that old jug. Hey, we got one on the other one now.
Did you see one hit that other one too? Hey, that done took it under, Bill. You better get that net up here. This is going to be a good fish. All right. That's a good fish right there, Bill. All right. That is a dandy, isn't it?
Nice fish.
This is a snapshot of the 5 rods that we're going to set out. What we did was take some large floats and we rigged them like slip corks so we can adjust the depth that we want them to go down. We have a 3/4 inch sinker to hold them down. So what we're going to do is bait those hooks and run the line to our rods. We're going to put them in a rod holder as if we were fishing with the rods. And if we get a fish on them, hopefully it will pull the cork under, and then we will get to reel the catfish in with our rod instead of taking it off of a regular jug. We got one in there. There's one.
If that works, I don't see why it won't. That guy, that's going to be something. You know it?
Oh, I know it. It's got to work.
Tell you what, that's going to just ruin everybody.
Okay, now this one's not very far back.
Okay.
See, this little stop here determines the depth.
Yep, yeah.
That ought to be a bad.
That one I put a piece of it.
Did you put this one on? No, this one ain't been baited.
I'm going to right now. I got that piece in my hand right here. There you go.
Let's see, where am I going to put it? Right here.
That first one's got the shrimp on it, and that one's got the...
I'm gonna run this one back a little more. Come on, guy. Ah, where's that button at? There it is. Now it'll go.
I just think we're starting something, Jerry.
Huh?
I can't help but believe we're starting something.
Wouldn't it be fun if we are? All right, I'm gonna let that one be far enough for that one. This one needs to go out a little more. Okay, put one of your other baits right on this one, and then I'm gonna put one of my baits on the outside ones.
I'm gonna put another shrimp on, another shrimp.
Some of that shrimp stuff, yeah.
That's it, turn this. Okay.
I gotta find the stomp. Yeah, and it's deep. Dang it. I should have done this last night. I didn't think.
Let me just pull it out for you. Right here. Uh-oh.
That's it right there. Okay, now then, I gotta.
So or better still, you want me to pull it down?
I got my fingernail on it. I'll just keep it pulling.
Uh-oh, Jerry, get that fish. That's a nice fish, Jerry. That's a nice fish.
How about that, Bill? How about that? Woo! It's stopping. All right, what I'm going to do, before we do anything else, we probably ought to check that jug that's headed across the lake, don't you think? But we got all day to do the rest of this. Let me get this back in the holder.
Yeah, let's first hand where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can always
once we get them stops all in the right place and all that, let's get these dang things here out of the way. Let's see, I guess I'll take my motor in. That's a coffee cup.
That's a damn coffee cup. That's not our chick.
Dadgummit.
Oh, that damn people crashes.
Ain't that a sight?
Now we had one green one way down here. I thought that was one you was looking at. Y'all.
The trouble of it is we need to get on the side where we can see.
Yeah.
Well, they're moving along now.
I know this yellow one up here, it's either hung up or it's got a food shut. It ain't moving.
What we'll do.
It's right dead ahead of us. Oh, it ain't the yellow one, that's pink.
Now that one's either hung up on the bottom or
Something, yeah. Let's see what the deal is on this rascal.
get my trolling motor in the water. We'll just get right in here with these and drift with them.
Oh, hush.
Picking up all of our jugs, gonna reset. Well, we got them reset. Hopefully, we get to try out our corks now.
Deer bait.
Am I smiling? Am I smiling, Bill?
Tell me that ain't fun.
sir. That's not a bad little fish there.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, it's time to reel in all of our corks and rods and go pick up our jugs and get out of here.
Old neighbor used to live by old Donnie Wood. He got me started going up there doing that. Him and his partner went up there all where we go on TV on the side and went just down the bridge there on the south side.
Well, thanks for coming along with Bill and I. We had to be home a little afternoon, so we could only fish a couple of hours, but our technique of jug fishing without jugs just worked to perfection. And that's what we came to do, was just try that out. And you can look forward to seeing a full-length episode of the technique of jug fishing without jugs in the very near future.